This is one of the ultralight gear items we're talking about today that might just redefine your packing list. It's lighter than anything you own and a fraction of the cost, but is it truly worth the hype? I'm diving into that question and much more with my friend Lloyd, who's about to unveil 10 items he believes will win me over. Will they? Let's find out.
As well as
you lost me at watermelon.
With
Under
the
10 bucks. Come on, that's genius. I already know what this is because this is the stupidest product ever invented. What is up, everybody? A fan favorite, Lloyd Vogel. Vocal? You are vocal. You're very vocal.
I'm a vocal Vogel.
Lloyd Vogel is here again from Garage Grown Gear, and he has 10 ultralight items for under $10. I have not seen them. I'm going to tell you whether or not I would buy them. And I know what you're thinking, Dan, they're under $10. Of course you're going to buy them.
Maybe
Just
not.
wait and see. Just wait and see, because there's a good chance I'm probably going to not buy it. I might. We don't really know. Lloyd, tell us about Garage Grown Gear.
We sell cottage, small, and ultralight brands. So yeah, for people who are looking to lighten their pack up a little bit, we're an online store to be able to do that.
And very quickly, is this video sponsored?
No.
How did you get here? On your own dime or mine?
I drove here. I left my home in Minneapolis at 3 a.m. and drove here.
Hang on, cut! Stop everything. 1 second. No, Lloyd is not sponsoring this video at all. But these videos are actually really expensive to make. And if you want to help support the channel, make sure that you support our sponsors. That would absolutely mean the world to us. So the sponsor for the video, because we need a sponsor for this channel, is Onyx Backcountry, the app that I actually use and have been using long before they sponsored this channel to navigate all of the places that we go in the backcountry. I, this past year, finally hit my 25th state backpacking, which I'm very excited and proud to say. And the way I find my way around, to find campsites, to find water sources, to plan the entire hike. Yes, you can actually plan the entire hike for mountain climbers, for bikers, for skiers, for all of that stuff, for hikers, obviously, is with Onyx Backcountry. So while we are showing you physical products in this video, which are going to be fun to look at and probably fun to buy because they're so cheap, this app isn't a physical product, but it is super fun to buy because you know that you have the confidence to navigate and find all these things in the backcountry every time you go out. And they gave me a coupon code for 20% off, so this thing is only like $23 for the year. So please support this channel by supporting our sponsors. It would mean the world to me if you'd click the link in the description below and go get Onyx for your cell phone and use it out in the backcountry. And tell them Dan sent you. That'd be nice. I'm sure they'd like to hear that because then they'd probably sponsor more videos. All right, back to Lloyd.
Here we go.
So all of these items, for prefacing, are all things that you can, or ultralight items that you can substitute for heavier items on the cheap. So, you know, it's expensive to replace a backpack and or a sleeping bag or a tent, but these are small little adjustments that you can make for relatively little amounts of money. We are going to start off with one of my favorites, which are...
We got a bag of mints, folks. A bag of mints.
Toothpaste tabs.
Oh.
So, instead of, they look like they're you know, tiny little nuggets. But yeah, toothpaste tabs, they're really light, and they're great for being able to select out the exact number that you need. So instead of bringing like a tube, if you know you're only going to be out for 3 days, you can just bring 6 tabs if you brush twice a day, or 3 if you brush once.
Okay.
Put them in a little container, and it'll save you a little bit of weight.
So the container is not included?
Container's not included. Unpaste is one of the brands that we carry, and Huppy is another. And Unpaste.
There's multiple brands of this?
There's multiple. There's a ton.
Are they the same thing?
Like just pretty much
repackaged?
These ones, like, it's basically like fluoride or non-fluoride, or like cinnamon versus mint. Some of them have like a little bit more of a like they're a little bit frothier than others. Like Huppy is a little bit of frothier than Unpaste, which is like a little bit drier. Those come in they have a watermelon flavor, which they also do come in. As well as a charcoal.
You lost me at watermelon. Nasty.
But yeah, they're relatively cost effective too. Like this is a pack of 125, and I think they're like $9. So
wow.
You get a pretty good amount. They last a long time, and they're like just easy to transport. You're not going to get toothpaste all over your bag if like the cap comes unloose. Yeah. Like it's just simple.
Unloose would be tight, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I caught that one.
Dang.
So somebody was literally reaching for their keyboard at that moment. Beat you to it. Yeah, I'm buying this. I think this is cool, and because I always take one of those little travel toothpastes with me, but I've been using the same travel toothpaste for like ever, because you just go like a little,
just a dot, not a lot.
Just a dot, not a lot. Yeah, exactly. But I was gonna buy another, toothpaste, and I mean they're like 99 cents at the store probably. So, but yeah, this is,
and those are 99 cents right there. We sell them in these like
really?
tiny little travel ones, just like
Yeah,
if you need
totally.
them for a
This is a
weekend.
great idea. I love it. Yeah, I think sometimes Ultralight can be ridiculous. I don't think this is ridiculous. I like this idea. Great idea.
Heck
Totally
yeah.
buying that.
Starting off with a winner. Yeah. Okay, what else we got in here? We'll go with one of my favorite products, which is
Sit pad.
little sit pad.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing sexy about a sit pad. But if you're bringing a chair, or you're bringing a stool, or you're bringing something, like those are typically around a pound or more. A sit pad is like a really great, very like durable, cheap replacement for, so you're just not sitting on the ground.
I love this. I love that it's under $10. I don't know what it costs under $10, but it's probably close to $10, right?
It's $9.99.
And what's the Z-Lite cost? It's like $25
Yeah,
or 30
maybe even
bucks or something.
30.
Yeah. And it's super durable, but I can tell you right now that this is going to do just as good, because the Z-Lite is not the most comfortable thing in the world.
True.
And you could still, stoke a fire, and no, this is awesome.
That's a good use. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
I like, this is mine, so my butt has sat on this.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have warned
wow.
you. But you can also I like to keep I use a 3/4 length sleeping pad, and so I'll put this underneath my feet at the bottom of my sleeping pad
that's
as
a good
well.
idea.
Or using it outside of your tent if you're like getting in and out so your feet don't touch the ground.
Yeah.
I feel like there's just a lot of different uses for it throughout the day, and it's one of those pieces of gear that you can kind of treat like crap because it can take it.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
It's one thing that I don't bring enough
Yeah.
is a sit pad. I probably should bring a sit pad more often. I bring a chair and think that's enough, and then I regret it, it breaks and stuff, because a chair is so, it takes forever to set up a chair.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm going to sit here for 10 minutes.
Right.
Right?
And there's no breaking, unless you're literally ripping this.
Oh, yeah.
There's no fail points with
Under
the sit
10
pad.
bucks. Come on. That's genius. Yeah, that's great. Totally buying that. 100%. That's great.
The next one, since we were talking about having your butt sit on a sit pad.
It's a bidet.
It is a bidet.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do sell a couple of different bidets, but this is one that's under 10 bucks. They come in a pack of 2 from a company called Common Gear. And I think the real weight savings on this is just a bidet allows you to not be able to take toilet paper or not take as much toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
And,
sure.
This is 3 grams, I think. It's about as light as it gets. Again,
it's a cap.
It's a cap. Yeah.
Not used, right? That's good.
This one is about as light as it gets, so it just has a single little hole. So it shoots a pretty let's see here, it shoots a pretty steady, small stream.
That's getting you clean. I'll tell you
it's
that right now.
Precision accuracy.
That is precision.
From a little company called Common Gear, and some people are super not into bidets.
I haven't tried the bidet. I'm going to be totally real here. I think it's kind of weird to take the water bottle that I could potentially drink out of and stick it near my rear end.
That's totally fair.
Just throwing that out there, folks.
A lot of folks are now bringing one of those soft flasks that they can use to pair with their bidet.
Yeah.
And just having that kind of be their bathroom kit.
Yeah, and it probably weighs as much as toilet paper, so just throwing that out there. Why can't somebody make a bidet that also doubles as a cap? Why can't you plug that?
That'd be a great idea. Yeah, that would be a good idea.
You're welcome.
You could put a little stopper in there.
Yeah, a little stopper.
Yeah.
Save even more weight, folks. So I do like the idea of a bidet, but I've never used one and probably won't. Yeah. I'm probably not going to buy it. I would buy it to try it because it's so inexpensive, right?
Yeah.
What does this cost?
It's a 2-pack for $9.99.
2 for $9.99. That's honestly
I think it's
expensive, but for a cap. But yeah, I would buy it to try it.
Okay, next up, we've got some powdered soap.
Okay.
So kind of similar to the toothpaste tab, the idea being you don't have to bring an entire bottle of Dr. Bronner's or a bar of soap with you. You can just bring a small amount of powdered soap in one of those tiny jars or something. This is from a company called Pika Outdoors, but the product is a Summit Suds, and it comes in a 1 ounce or in a 3 ounce
Summit
container.
Suds. I love it.
Yeah, and it's just powdered soap. You can just
Oh, look out.
pour it out.
You see that? You just cleaned a whole table off.
That's right. Add a little water.
Boom. And
know?
now you're already
And
clean.
then yeah.
That's amazing.
I won't
Grab that
wash my
bidet.
hands on camera.
Yeah.
But it's pretty solid.
Yeah, so I've never brought soap. Wait, I take that back. I think I brought, like, when I first started backpacking, like one of those little eyedroppers with little dish soap in it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You're going to think I'm terrible that I did that. Okay, I didn't know.
L&T is a growth process. You know? Something you can
Leave
continually
no
become
trace.
better
Thank
at.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, I just brought dish soap. And I mean, I don't see a need for soap necessarily while I'm out there. And people might be grossed out by that. But
No, I think
are you a soap person?
I am a soap person, but
what do
only
you
really
use
on like
it for?
longer trips.
Okay,
like if I'm like when I was guiding, I would bring soap because kids are gross.
Okay, yeah,
And,
that makes sense, I suppose. Are you washing dishes and stuff with
Yeah,
that?
when I'm like cooking and yeah.
If you got
was the main
multiple,
reason.
okay, if I can see use cases where that would be necessary, but I just don't. I'm not going to buy it.
Fair.
I'm not, but I do like the idea of powdered soap over liquid soap. It's obviously going to save weight.
Yeah,
for sure. I can always tell how long we've been going by how many times Emmett stretches his neck.
All right, Dan, I'm excited for this one for you.
Okay.
What do you think this is?
I already know what this is because this is the stupidest product ever invented. You guys, really, this is next level ultralight dumb. This is a blow up pillow, isn't it?
It is a blow-up pillow.
You want to know something?
I would love to.
I bought one of these.
No!
Back in the day. Yes, back in the day because I thought I needed to be super ultralight. And I even talked about it on a video and I was like, oh, this thing is a blow up pillow and you could say blah, 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 blah. It is the most uncomfortable, stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. It like, man, you got to like be able to sleep through anything to be able to sleep on this thing. I know what this is. I know. Can I try it or no?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I mean, I think for folks that are never going to bring a pillow, this is the lightest alternative to to actually having something under your head. Also, we've had a lot of people use it as a knee pillow for people who don't like their legs to be like touching in the night because it gets kind of sweaty.
Really? I mean,
do you know where these come from?
a garbage dump.
They're hospital pillows.
What?
They're like we ordered them
Really?
from a medical supply company.
All right.
So
I just think this is. I mean, I get all the use cases. I get you could use it as knee pillows. I get you could use it as a second pillow. I get all the whatever. But this is just like, what else can I think of to make something ultralight that nobody else has thought of? You know, it's like, that's just.
yeah.
I'm sticking with my Thermofrest compressible pillow that weighs like 10 ounces.
That's fair. For $1.90. Oh, I just blew the price.
Oh,
$1.90 something. It's a very specific niche of people who look for ultralight and as cheap as you can get.
And they're
with
not
ultralight.
easy to deflate. I will just say that.
No.
They're not easy to deflate. Yeah, this is a niche of a niche of a niche. So, yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah, I'll just take that from you.
Yeah, you can have that back.
Okay, we've already shown some of these little guys. We have the toothpaste tabs in one of these, but these are all little plastic droppers, or these are little snap caps, little jars, little ultralight pill bottles. But these are all like really cheap little accessory items that if you are looking to repackage items like sunscreen.
Oh, yeah,
Like
there you
if you're looking to put like repackage ibuprofen.
Oh, yeah.
Soap, eye drops, stuff that comes in bigger containers, but you want to keep in little containers and make sure that they still stay dry and aren't leaking in your stuff. This is a great way to be able to repackage things in a way where they don't get damaged and they don't get wet.
I love it.
And it's literally as cheap as it gets. Like all of these are, well under $1. You can buy them in bulk for significantly less. That's what we do. We buy them by the thousands and then sell them individually because most people don't need 1,000 toiletry cases.
Is that why you drove a Lamborghini here? I saw it.
I wish.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I love that. I think those are great. I actually have some bottles like that from hikes past.
Yeah, they're great.
So, they're
I mean,
cool.
even like, Nalgene makes these in a slightly heavier version, but these are mostly from this company called
You can
SKS.
buy Nalgene branded
Little ones, yeah. They have the enormous caps is my biggest complaint about them.
Okay.
But yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Super cool. Love it. I think it's a great idea.
Okay, this one will be good.
Uh-oh. There we go.
All right, Dan.
Oh, knife.
Knife.
That is ridiculously lightweight.
Yeah.
Dermasafe.com.
Yeah, they are ironically not very safe.
Oh, it is not. Oh my gosh, there's no lock at all. It's just a razor blade.
Yeah. The idea being for a lot of folks that are going ultralight backpacking, you just like don't actually need all of the multi-tools, all of the different features, or really that big of a knife. So if really all you're going to be doing is like maybe cutting some summer sausage or a piece of rope, like do you need something more than that? Some use cases for sure, but for a lot of folks, like you really just need something that's a little bit sharp.
Yeah.
And for those instances, like that will cut moleskin. It'll, you know, do some of those little tasks that you needed to do.
It will do little tests. Here's my gripe. Can I say a gripe? Am I allowed to say a gripe? Okay,
Gripe
here's my gripe is that this does not seem safe. There's zero locking mechanism, and if I'm in the middle of the woods and I do cut myself, this could really, I could really cut myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm in real trouble. So I would like to see some sort of a lock on here.
Sure.
If there was a lock on here, I would buy this. Otherwise, I'm not buying this now.
we use these in the Garage Grown Gear warehouse a lot as just box cutters.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a bag.
It's a Ziploc bag. No. Whoa, look out. This is the one. I know what this is. I can never say the name of it. Nioplume.
Nilofume. I think. You know, that's at least how I say it.
Nilofume. Yeah, this stuff is awesome. Except, what is Nilofume? Does anybody know? Do you know?
It's like a plastic film. I don't know what the name means, but they were designed for fumigation. So you could like put your stuff while your house was being fumigated from termites in these bags, and they'd be like safe from the odors and stuff.
So it blocks odors?
It does, yeah. Theoretically, like.
Why am I smelling it? Like, is there an odor in here I don't know about?
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
It technically is. Typically, like, I don't use it for that case. Like, I use it because it is a slightly more durable version of a trash bag. Like, it's really tough
I agree with that.
to puncture. Like, whereas trash bags can kind of pull.
Yeah. And it's got to be super cheap.
Yeah, it's like $2.50.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, for sure.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
These are little resealable smelly-proof bags. So they're little ones that will trap in odors and are a great replacement for Ziplocs, which are a little bit heavier. They're a great replacement for like these are pretty tiny little things.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
And they
I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a thicker.
Sure.
Okay, wow.
They're kind of like the Nilofume pack liner material to some extent. Great. Like you can use these as replacements even for stuff sacks if you want, or whatever you need to kind of repackage. They're a great option.
Okay.
And again, you can like reuse them a ton. And
you're obviously not going to put like garbage in here, I wouldn't think. Maybe if you're going to reuse
them. But yeah, I would. I usually just use it for food or for toiletries. Because they just like are a little bit more durable too than
so
Ziplocs.
This blocks some smell.
It does.
Wow,
yeah.
Interesting. I do like that idea, especially if you're in bear country, right?
Yeah.
Or any country, I suppose. Rodents, that kind of thing.
Like they have like the heavy duty version. They have some slightly thinner versions, but yeah, I mean, they're kind of like op sacks in terms of just being a lightweight way to reduce odors.
That's cool. I think it's cool. How much is it?
A buck or two. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I do like that better than Ziplocs. I would buy that for sure. Okay. At least somebody else cut the toothbrush and it wasn't me, right?
Yeah.
This is, I'm not going to lie, I do like this. Mm-hmm. Here's why I like this. One, I didn't cut the toothbrush, so I don't look like the cut my toothbrush guy. Mm-hmm. And I do like that it's got the thumb thing on it. And I hate that big toothbrushes like are so long that you got to stick them in some like ditty bag and they're always poking holes through it or whatever and all that stuff. My toothbrush is like, no joke, it's got to be 7 years old. It is nasty. I should grab my toothbrush. I'm going to grab it.
Oh, gross.
I'm going to go grab it.
I'm excited and
I
terrified to
literally
see this.
have my backpack right behind me. I just got home from the Smoky Mountains. It's, Emmett, turn around, show him. It's right there. I brought it out here. This is what I bring.
One.
Yeah. It's so nasty. It's so nasty. That is how nasty my toothbrush. Can I have this?
Yeah, you can.
Will you save me?
In fact, you can have a
Will you save me? Please, Lloyd. Look at that. Look at that. This is, people, feel bad for me. Cue the sad music.
You can have one that's still in its wrap.
Yeah!
So Emma can have one too.
I just realized if you sell them like this, that means that Bob in the back of the warehouse was probably cleaning his teeth with it. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're about as light as it gets.
Okay.
They were initially designed as, they're called security toothbrushes because they are used in prisons because they can't be turned into a
so you can't shank
shank.
me.
Yeah. That's
He was going to shank me. He was going to try to shank me.
It's not on my to-do list.
Okay, good.
But yeah, you just have to kind of be careful that your hands are clean, because if you're sticking, going back for those back molars, you can get some like a thumb and pointer finger action in the mouth. But other than that, I've used these a bunch. Like, they won't last you as long as probably the Z-Packs one. It won't last you 7 years.
Okay.
But yeah, they're great.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't really hear much there. All I kept thinking about was Prison Lloyd. Like Prison Mike.
I'm Prison Mike.
What was the food like in prison?
Gruel, sandwiches.
This is great. See, there's my toothbrush, or toothpaste that I've been, that's
that's
literally at the end. I was having a real hard time squeezing out the last drop of that. So, is that it?
That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did it.
10 ultralight items for under $10. Thanks, Lloyd. You're the man.
Appreciate it.
YouTube is a rabbit hole of information. So in order to solve that problem, I wrote a backpacking course where I took my 10 years of backpacking experience and the 400 YouTube videos that I filmed and condensed it down into just 18 videos and a few lessons for you to learn. All you have to do is go to my brand new website, danbeckeroutdoors.com, and look for the course.